Best ones.
Yeah.
And we are live.
Hello and welcome to another episode of All I Do Is Fail. It's just me. It's just me today. But with a couple of special guests.
A couple.
Guest.
Guest. Phoebe, you're always a guest. I thought you were part of some sort of community outreach. Okay. Oh no, I'm dying. Phoebe, producer Phoebe is in the house today, producing for us as always. Phoebe, how are you doing?
Yeah, really good, thank you.
Phoebe would like to say, if you do meet her in person, do not approach.
No.
Don't say anything. Don't talk to her. She doesn't want to know you.
No. Can I actually I'm going to do a little hello to Kat, a little shout out to Kat because she came to see a weekend show at Vauxhall and came to say hi to me, and it was really nice to chat to a fan of the pod. So thank you.
Fabulous.
Not what you were saying off mic, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, more of a dog person. So that dulcet tone you just heard there is a very special guest of this podcast, returning.
yeah.
There may be someone who's listened to that first episode with you. Maybe there
were at least 8 people, I think.
I
I mean,
6 of them were me checking it was up, but it's fine. So what we have today is a return of the unofficial first guest of All I Do Is Fail, comedian, doctor, hip hop enthusiast, Matt Hutchinson. How are you doing? You okay?
I'm great. Good. Yeah.
And I should say, ADIF listener.
Exactly. Avid ADIF listener.
We found him, Phoebe.
Yeah.
we
I'm the
found-
guy. I'm the completist.
We found the one guy who's come back for more.
I mean, I'm not a Patreon because
No, not a Patreon.
I'm glad you didn't use the opportunity to say Return of the Mat.
Return of the Matt.
That's why
Yeah.
she's the extra guest.
That's why
with that.
producer. Well, we can. I'll just cut that out. And we have Return of the Matt, Matt Hutchinson.
That's an insight into Ali's process there.
Another wonderful quip by Mr. Ali Woods. So
Just some gunshot noises over there.
that's the level of the tech we have in here. It's me and Phoebe just
I thought
going.
Phoebe had a soundboard.
Excuse me, I do.
Yeah.
It just takes. There you go. There you go.
I always wanted one of those when I was at work. Just like, every time you get a diagnosis right in the hospital. Just
That's what you want to say. I knew it was terminal cancer.
Another one.
Yeah, she's not gone long, so I would enjoy it.
Exactly.
I would enjoy this time.
These moments are precious.
With the family in there. Obviously, that was a good moment for me, but this is
Exactly.
terrible news.
This is,
Terrible news
They
for
should
you.
have a rave room at hospitals.
Yeah, but you say that about every building.
I mean,
Phoebe.
yes,
You
but
say that.
also I
everywhere.
think that would be, it's healthy.
For who? I mean, just
Promote-
For who? For who? Yeah. Doctors are always advocating, yeah, you should take some care. You should go and...
Well, apparently you have no... Oh, my mic suddenly went very loud there. You have no come down on Ket. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's...
that sounds like a lie.
Was that the dealer who told you that, Phoebe? Was that... Who told you this? Was this at school?
That's what they say. That's what they say.
That's what
Yeah,
they
you
say.
just have to sort of balance it with enough other drugs that sort of keep you just up enough that
Yeah.
you sort of smooth out.
We've got a doctor in the house. Famously, doctors are the biggest drug takers, isn't that right?
I
Work
couldn't
hard,
possibly
work
comment
hard, play
on that.
hard. Well, not you, obviously.
No, obviously I'm.
You're more of a night nurse and chill, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very tired man.
that's why you listen to this. So, what is, Matt, your favourite episode? What do you?
What?
like?
That was not a
I
sentence.
really thought
What
you
was
were
that?
going to
That
go,
was
what is Matt?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get into
Gave
Matt.
something really profound.
It's
It's
like- I was going to address my coughing. I got this cough, and I had to take a COVID test recently because I did. Because I had a cough anyway. I was like, I haven't taken one of these tests for ages, and I was like, this is a real throwback. And it's positive, but it's fine. I was going, no, it was negative. It was all negative, but I've still got this cough, and now
we're in a shipping container together.
Now we're in
so
a shipping
sweet.
Great,
container.
thanks.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what? I hate those people that are like, oh, I'm dreadfully ill, but don't worry, it's not COVID. Yeah, but I'm going to get
Yeah,
ill
exactly.
anyway.
Exactly. Remember we had illness before 2019.
Well, what are we gonna
I
do?
think you got monkeypox.
Yeah, I mean, I feel fine. I just got this chesty cough, and I've had it for a couple of days. Maybe it's monkeypox. Maybe it's early monkeypox.
Yeah.
I did find myself getting here by swinging from branch to branch. So I don't know if that's.
Do you want a really boring fact?
Yes.
That's why we've got you on, Mr.
Yeah,
Dr.
exactly.
Dr. Hutchinson.
Monkeypox not primarily carried by monkeys, more prevalent in rodents. There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
No, I've got
no, not
mice
Vauxhall
in
Comedy
the
Club.
house.
Exactly.
No!
Suddenly,
No,
this
that's
makes sense.
We're in the worst place. Why is it called monkeypox then?
I can go into this if you want. It's really boring.
Please, you're probably the
Make
most,
it interesting.
you're probably the most interesting person. More interesting having you here than what we normally have is me and Tom just discussing who was the bigger twat growing up.
I think they found it in monkeys in a lab originally, but turns out it's actually more
Mate,
present in rodents.
the rats and mice have got away with it again.
Exactly, they're just hiding behind.
They had the plague. Did
Yeah.
you see those ones where it was like rats weren't actually the main cause of the spread of the plague, and it's like an article, and then people are like, who wrote this?
It's
Like
just rats. Rat,
yeah,
rat.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Rat, Dr. Ratty.
Rizzo rat.
Yeah. Should we be worried about monkeypox? Breaking news. Should we be worried about monkeypox?
I mean, well, while listening to a rival podcast, which is actually it's called This Week in Virology, I've been assured by the
Not those damn This Week in
Exactly.
Virology. We've been competing with those guys for
Exactly.
ages. It's always
There's a lot of
been the two
crossover.
us.
I think I'm the one crossover between those. If you look,
This
if you look at the stats,
This
apparently
week
not.
in virology. Okay, apparently
Not especially. It's not pandemic worthy. Put it that way.
So this week in virology, there was that before COVID.
Basically, those guys had a real uptick in listenership around sort of early 2020.
I was
I'd
gonna
like,
say-
it's been
They were like two guys in a garage. Mom, this will work.
Exactly.
Everyone cares about viruses. In like 2014, and it was like this stupid podcast. People coming up in their dirt bikes going, "Hey, you two nerds still doing a virology podcast? Shut up, man." 2020, boom.
That is
They made
basically-
$100 million.
That's basically the same as what's happened to large chunks of people in virology, like people sort of like being completely ignored in little silos of science, and then suddenly like,
Yeah.
finally, the viruses are important.
You all came
Yeah.
crawling back with your
Yeah.
PPE and your mask on. I told you.
Yeah, that's
That's them coming
That's them,
now. That's
exactly
them
that.
breaking now. This week in virology. Those damn our nemesis. That's going to be official nemesis of
we
this
start
podcast.
podcast
All over
beef.
this film, yeah.
I mean, all the hosts are sort of in their 70s and are sort of retired virology professors.
We can get them.
Exactly.
we can take them.
and they're in America.
Yeah. Well,
Fine.
this is going out to This Week in Virology. We're coming for you. Okay. I know you might think you're big wigs in your 70s in America, hiding, right? But we're going to do a live poetry slam, Vauxhall Comedy Club next Tuesday. If you don't show, we win. That goes out. And if you listen to this podcast and to This Week in Virology, you got to excuse yourself. Pick one. You got to pick one, Matt. Have This Week in Virology ever invited you on?
I've never communicated with anyone involved with that
Well,
podcast, but it does help me with my
there you
actual
go.
day job.
So does this.
So does this.
This helps me in
Relax.
my bedside manner. I mean, I'm facing many disciplinary charges as a result. But
Just trying to get off with everyone. This is it's like that's my nan. This is this is obviously the podcast that you listen to. But why is my question?
why do I listen to this?
Why? I'm always fascinated. I don't want to say it to people when I meet them. I don't want to go, what the... When people go, I listen to Adif, I'm like, great. I go, why? Like, what is it? Does it chill you out? What do you like about it?
It's funny, you know.
Oh!
I actually, exactly. It's a rare moment of sincerity. It is funny.
Comedians never tell each other we're funny. You never say... You might say that bit's good, but you don't want to get someone's head. We're already ego monsters as it is.
I'm constantly saying you're funny. How dare you?
Yeah, but I see that as condescending. I feel like you're telling
Oh,
me
you're
that.
good.
I feel like you're telling me that I think you're funny.
Exactly.
Like, that's how I hear it.
I keep telling the agents.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
It's just bonkers how you don't have an
Exactly.
agent,
I mean,
Ali.
I don't know what's going on.
Just bonkers.
You know, if they don't want you, it's their loss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's like the ugly kid where
Yeah.
they're all gonna want you
Exactly.
later. They're all gonna want you later.
So you're saying it's like basically the equivalent of a Valentine's card from your mum, me telling you you're funny.
That's what I've always felt our relationship is. It's you giving me various greeting cards. Same with other relationships. Don't worry, someone will like you eventually, Ali. It's all right. Actually, to be fair, that's actually the opposite of what happens. What me and Matt do, Phoebe, you might be interested in, is I'll sometimes go over to Matt, and then him and his wife will come round and go, so Ali, tell us, what's fuckboy life like?
Yeah, that's
And they'll
essentially
go-
exactly it.
They'll go, what's the craziest story
Exactly,
going on
what
right
you-
now? Show us your messages.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, like, the reason we've established this before. You're Amanda's favourite comedian. Like, it
Amanda's
goes
wife, by
you
the way.
then me
Amanda's
in
his
terms
wife, by
of
the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was presumably implied. By
You might have been changing the subject.
and even my brother as well. Like
Lawrence,
between them, like
good lad.
I think one of the worst moments in the past year was just literally watching the two of them have a conversation about how funny they both found you.
I mean,
Like,
haters gonna hate. Lover's gonna
Exactly.
love. You're the hater.
exactly.
Well, but didn't we just come from you saying how you don't want to tell people you're funny? Well, that is very lovely. Shout out to Amanda and Lawrence. Big up them. But obviously, out of those three, Matt, you're my favourite. So there we go.
Ah.
So yeah, what do you listen to all of this Phil when you're at work in medicine?
No, often around the home cooking.
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
just, You know, it's
Getting
relaxing.
the barbecue out. Phoebe, Matt's barbecue has Wi-Fi.
What?
Yeah, so put it this way, like sometimes
serious
in
piece of
life
kit.
you have periods where you feel more flush than others. And so during a period where I felt a bit more flush than I do currently, I bought a barbecue that probably costs as much as a really shit car. And now that I don't feel flush anymore, it's just staring at me from the garden like, why did you buy this?
And he drives
This
it
is
around.
dumb.
It does.
Yeah.
It does also have an engine.
No, it's got like a little fan in the bottom that you can control the air going in and out with, and it gives you updates on the temperature and the
on your
airflow
phone. On your phone. It's crazy, bro.
What?
It's a complete waste of
So, and you've got Wi-Fi?
It's Wi-Fi connected, yes. It's a little computer that connects to Wi-Fi and then tells me on my phone.
Oh, I see.
What's-
I see.
yeah.
We need to get that. We need to get official yard work plus barbecue, sort of like partnership deal going.
Yeah.
Summer,
So, yeah, it's-
summer range.
So yeah, if you, the people to contact would be Barbecue Guru and
Don't
one of
say it on like we haven't paid us anything. Don't that, or it could be anyone else.
Or there are other, other
barbecuers out there.
But I'm just, you can cut that bit out and just say that's who you need to contact. No, who we need to contact to get you the sponsorship is more what I mean.
By the way, listeners, we were sponsored last week. Sponsorship's gone already, so
Really?
don't worry about that. Do not
They were like,
worry about
we don't want
that.
people like this using our products.
Did they not like your advert?
No, we only got. It was only for one. It was only for one episode. So
They were like, sir, we found out one of them has red hair.
yeah,
we
exactly.
don't want people.
We don't want our products touching ginger pubes.
I mean, just imagine them just all caught up in the mechanism. It's just a horror.
Grim, no, doesn't work. It says that on the box. Actually,
Here at Manscaped, we're a family company.
Yeah. We believe we're a God-fearing company. Don't say their name either.
We can-
At Ball Flavors.
I'm just outing them as a hateful company that don't
Yeah.
like the red-headed people and are therefore not.
That's what we'll do when anyone
Yeah,
sponsors
exactly.
us. We'll do the first episode where we're like, buy Jelly Feet, the best conditioner for your feet. And then next episode we'll be like, fuck Jelly Feet, that's the fucking shittest product I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
exactly. Jelly feet for incels.
Jelly Feet, yeah, exactly. I always go for Gloopy Hands. They're my favourite
What are
brand.
these products you're describing? These.
They're upcoming sponsorship, man, so don't ruin it for us. We're in advanced talks with Jelly Feet and Gloopy Hands. We're playing
Your
off each
go-to,
other.
your yes and was Gloopy
Gloopy Hands.
and Jelly feet.
Jelly Feet. Well, because I was like, what's like a weird
weird.
thing about another appendage of your body? Because before we had ball trimmers, so it's like, what's the next? Jelly Feet. Put your feet in jelly.
Nah, it's those shoes, jellies.
Oh,
They were great. I'd happily be sponsored by sparkly jellies.
they'll probably come back round again if Crocs are back. You
They
got a
came
pair of
round
Crocs?
already.
I do. I got them for free because my friend got them.
What?
You know Max, my friend who's a chef.
Oh yeah.
So obviously they get given clogs here, there, and everywhere.
Why do they get given what? Crocs or clogs?
Well, as in Crocs.
Clogs are back.
Crocs are
okay. Oh, a type
basically
of
a
clog.
type of clog, aren't they?
Fucking
That
hell.
people wear in kitchens. And they were given some as some promo, and he didn't.
Why? For kitchen because it's easier.
Yeah, they're good for kitchen stuff.
Why?
Like breathable,
Oh, right, okay.
easy to slip on, slip off.
Fair enough. And so you got some extra Crocs.
I would have thought a hole in a shoe in a kitchen.
Yeah, this is
That's
true.
what I was thinking. Yeah, drop the knife.
Yeah.
You want some in?
But
You want some Timberlands or something? No, or other shoe.
Steel.
Jelly feet.
Yeah, a
Still
jellyfish. Exactly. Bounce off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you bounce from.
Then you got
stone to stone.
knives bouncing off your feet back into your legs.
Hand. Oh, what a good trick. You were like, chop, 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 boom, boom.
Boing. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be good. So then we just have
Advanced
to invent that and then invent that trick. That's a
It's a-
viral
It's the
TikTok.
product no one asked for.
Yeah. Our TikTok got 5 million views. Have you made any money? No, that's not the point. That's not the point. Phoebe, how have you been? I haven't actually properly asked you. What's the latest with you? You okay?
Yeah.
Are you given? Is this you officially resigning from sort of talking about yourself on the podcast?
No, not at all. The house situation, this house saga continues.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
Oh, I want to
an
know because I actually this is
Yeah.
one aspect of your life that I've
You
heard about.
genuinely-
despite from
No,
this- yeah, no, this is. But also, you're just like this. This is unreasonable. I would be like,
So,
you basically live in a cave, as far as I can.
The
tell now.
ants are now flying.
yeah, well, they're pharaoh ants.
What?
This is what I've heard.
Oh
They're called
God,
pharaoh
Egyptian!
ants.
They're ancient evil ants. Oh my God, Imhotep is back in ant form.
So anyway, we do have the ants and we do have the mice. But anyway,
Do the mice
So we're
eat the
trying to
ants?
collect.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're not connected. They just
Okay.
seem to sort of
They get
Just
on.
coexist.
coexist.
They're creating.
Yeah.
Phoebe's creating a new ecosystem in her own bedroom of like mice, ants. There'll be like birds in there eventually.
There should be some bees.
Yeah.
bees.
That's
yeah.
good.
And
for-
like one mongoose.
Okay,
And it's like, oh, did you have snakes? No, the mongoose just
No.
came.
I feel like if we keep interrupting Phoebe, it may take her about an hour to tell us about three.
No,
pieces of
so
information.
That's the
basically
point of the
main,
podcast. Sorry, go on.
The main thing is when I moved in February and we had a sink that wouldn't drain, I was like, right, this is clearly the U-bend thing of the pipe. And then they fixed lots of other things. We had a problem with the washing machine, and we've got a new washing machine, all this stuff. And someone has come and said, you need a new U-bend thing. They keep not updating the thing. So someone keeps coming around and being like, I didn't realise I had to bring a part. So we've had just lots of workmen coming in and out of the house looking at our U-bend.
Enough about your
telling us
dating life, Phoebe. Let's just talk about the sleep, please.
And also, Angela upstairs with the leaking shower.
Yes.
So they've been having work going on so loud, like you can't hear anything. You can't even hear yourself think.
Okay.
It's been going on for this is the second week now.
What are they doing?
And don't know. But last night yesterday I heard stuff falling down between our walls.
Jesus.
So from upstairs. So I don't know how long we've got for the ceiling. But I am actually thinking that I'm going to stay there.
What?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to
farm.
other people, and they pay so much more for their houses in London, and they also have problems.
If you don't mind me asking, how much do you pay for this?
Oh, it's an unreasonably cheap amount.
Are we talking sub 600?
What is this? Including?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you might as well live in a tent for 600 quid.
This is what I'm saying.
Is this including or excluding ceiling? I mean, that's the ceiling.
Well, okay. But
how many walls do you want with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fourth wall luxury. Luxury that.
But there are people above us, so if the ceiling wasn't there, it would just be super open plan.
Yeah.
Vaulted ceilings. That's in.
Well, but then
that's in at the moment.
That flat would fall into you, wouldn't it?
Well, no, exactly. It would be a much larger living space.
Be a high ceilinged commune.
Yeah.
What you need is you want one ceiling to fall down, like in a sort of game where you have like an upstairs now, like a ramp that you go up to upstairs.
Yeah.
Could you not buy a U-bend ready for when the work person comes next time?
That shouldn't be your job.
But sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands.
Oh, you're getting all the building work done at the moment. Yeah. Matt, contrarily, has got his own house that he's just renovating, so it's tough life for Matt, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You see, if it was my own home, I would do that, and I would do that with lots of other things. But I also just don't want to get the wrong thing, and then get into trouble for that or ruin something because we're already tense with the estate agents, with everyone. Oh, and also got a new housemate moving in. Forgot about this drama. Got a new housemate moving in.
Producer Lucas.
No, new person didn't. Nothing's been sorted with the estate agents. We didn't realise this, so we thought that the room had been filled. Whatever. No, the references haven't come through, so I've paid double rent for a stranger who has not moved in yet. And
Why did you pay double rent?
Why did you do that?
Because we had to pay the rent, so I just assumed that they would pay me, and then she was like, "Nope, I'm not moving in yet. I haven't got it confirmed." Why?
Well, if anyone wants to,
and then obviously the biggest sadness is though that, and I'm dedicating this episode to.
The mice rat.
Best friend and ex-housemate now, Jess. This one goes out to you, Jess. Jess has gone off in her van. She's left, and she's
gone to live in a van.
Yeah, Jess thought that would be a better place to live.
Have you thought about living in a van?
I have considered it.
It's got better plumbing in the van than in mine.
She's got a bigger bed than she does in the flat.
How do you feel about your mate leaving?
Oh, it's emotional. We don't talk about it. But
did she leave because of the state of the flat?
No, she's gone round to travel around festivals all summer.
It sounds shit. Innit?
I know.
I mean, I'm at the age where that does sound like something I would not like.
Yeah.
If it was in the back of a van.
If it was like cheese and ham festivals and stuff.
Of course. If we're talking the Hay and Wye festival.
Yeah, exactly. That would be all right.
I've retired from camping.
Yeah. And your van is like a big.
It's a Gulfstream.
Yeah. Big old nut. Well, look.
But I tell you, I was 35 on Saturday.
You turned 35.
Yeah. I shouldn't announce that in the world. I'm dead in comedy now. That's it.
Well, you've got. Sound of people being upset. Well, that's incredible. But you look amazing.
Thank you.
And you seem young, and I mean, obviously, I know you, so you're not. But
no, exactly. I'm an old.
You're an old bloke. But we should also say that we've lost Father Tom, and we have Father Matt, a new father,
a newly minted father,
a newly minted, as they say in the profession, newly minted father as well. So we've gone from one to the other. How is it having your kid was born a month after?
8 weeks ago, yeah.
After Tom's or something like that?
Yeah, so 8 weeks ago. So
how is it?
Great. Yeah, she's a good baby. Got one of the good ones.
What's her name?
Her name is Naya.
So he stole that from someone else in his.
Oh yeah, that was drama.
That was drama.
Oh my god!
No, we didn't steal it. It wasn't. No, it was preempted drama. So basically, we didn't steal it, but we had the name locked, loaded, ready to go.
Yeah,
and then the first baby in the antenatal group, it was like, "Welcome to the world, Naya," and it's like, "Fuck." and so then had to instantly text the people in the group, like, by the way,
That's our fucking name. You have to change the name of your baby.
No, we were
ruining our
more
moments.
just sort of jumping straight in there and saying, we didn't copy you, and the spelling is slightly different, but we're also using the name. Also, then, just as a bonus, there was also a Nyla in the group. So like, at least a quarter of the group basically has the same name.
Jesus, man. But yeah, how is Naya then? She sleeps.
She's good. She sleeps all right, yeah. She only wakes up once overnight.
Okay.
I mean, also, I know this already, but Amanda took her on holiday for 4 days this week, so I've been baby-free for 4 days anyway.
I mean, joyous. If you don't know Matt's situation, Matt has married the whitest girl going that you could find, really, in your circles.
Peak caucasity.
Peak. And you are yourself becoming the sort of Duke of Hastings of the sort of horse riding around.
Who's the Duke of Hastings?
In Bridgerton. He's like a sort of mixed race guy. He's sort of like because it's blind casting. And you yourself have become an equestrian man yourself.
I mean, I've fallen off a horse at least once in the last year.
Well, haven't we all, guys?
Yeah,
haven't we all?
Haven't we all?
Yeah?
You get back on it.
And you get fucking back on it. Isn't that right, guys? But I mean, how are you finding that lifestyle of horse riding? You've got your family. You know, you're settled.
I mean, the horse riding component financially ruinous.
More than the baby.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Baby's all right.
Yeah, well, currently probably it's more expensive. You know,
the baby's got to be a champion dressage person now.
That girl on Love Island.
What's that? Have you been watching it? Is it good?
Of course I've been watching it. I love trash TV. Everyone's like, Phoebe, why do you watch that? Oh my God, that's so anti-feminist. I'm like, yes, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's someone who's an international dressage champion.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell Amanda. I'm sure
She's
she'll
only
be all over
19.
it. Like,
she's 19. I've heard
19.
this. I've heard a bit of this. 19-year-olds being on Love Island, being like, Jesus.
But they had 19-year-olds for years on Love Island.
It's just become
19 feels so young now.
Yeah.
When you think,
I think.
Well, for you,
I
obviously.
think she might be coupled up with someone who's a bit older though.
27.
Is he?
That's what I saw the memes of.
Let me see.
But I don't
How
know
old
if that's
is
true.
Davide?
Do you watch Love Island?
No.
I've
watched some other trash TV. Like I watched Love Is Blind and Married at First Sight.
Oh yeah.
Both of those.
He
Amanda
is
got
27.
Yeah.
27 and 19 on a reality TV show. I think that is a bit far.
Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old, didn't he?
Who?
Elvis
Elvis Presley. Well, I hope they're covering that in the film that's coming out.
Yeah.
Why you give me the eyebrows? If you're like, yep. Just so you know.
Well, no, it's in like there's a long history of men being creeps.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
regards
it's true.
to, you know,
It's true. It's
famous
tradition.
people. It's like, you know,
It's a famous.
I'm not. This is, but I'm not advocating it. I'm just saying it's.
Matt's gone full Ricky Gervais. 35, got a kid, got his barbecue. He's like, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. No,
Just like men have always married younger. Yeah,
Exactly,
14, you're a woman. You know
it's
what
all
I mean?
part of this bigger snowflake culture.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it, mate.
Oh God.
But that's cool. Well, we can keep us updated on Love Island. I don't watch it.
Oh, do you know something that'll dent your ego slightly? Having said that you're my brother's favourite comedian, he also slightly enjoyed elements of Ricky Gervais' special, so I do
brilliant.
question his taste.
It was brilliant. The special.
Really?
Do you not agree? Sorry, I just spat at you.
Spat in my eye.
Sorry, I couldn't hold
Old
it.
Ali, I've got a cough in a.
I couldn't hold it. Oh yeah. That's you. I've got you. With the
He's coughing,
infection.
spit. Yeah, I think he has got monkeypox actually. It's just
Yeah.
it's like the beginning of that film,
feral.
like, Outbreak.
Full feral. Before we move on to our first regular section, man, do you want to tell what is it like being a doctor and comedian? How do you find
I
balancing?
mean, it's not in
that?
any way a unique thing. Have you seen how many doctor comedians there are these
Yeah.
days? It's just in no way a USP.
What kind of doctor do you specialise?
Yeah, I mean, again, I do a specialty most people haven't heard. So it's called rheumatology. It sort of mainly deals with inflammatory diseases, but I do general hospital medicine as well. So, like, you know, basically, I do JD from Scrubs' job as well.
Inflammatory, like autoimmune.
Yeah, like autoimmune disease, so lupus, rheumatoid arthritis.
Why did you become a doctor, by the way? I mean, I know there's like a general thing of isn't it good, but like, what made you want to become?
It's more like a passive process, isn't it? It's like, oh, you're good at these subjects.
So you're good at chemistry.
I was good enough at chemistry, like I was good at biology, and then and my parents. The thing is, like, my parents both work in like the biological sciences, so if you're around something all day. My dad was technically employed by the medical school I went to, put it that way.
Oh,
So not saying there's
Duke of
nepotism at play.
Hastings
Exactly,
strikes
yeah.
again. See how it is.
I mean, he wasn't a doctor, but he was a biochemist.
Yeah, you tell him every day.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, you see, that saves lives.
There's only one doctor in this family.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, there's not. There's not even that.
There's everyone in my
Is
immediate
Lawrence
family has.
partner a doctor?
Everyone is a doctor.
Imagine this, Phoebe.
Mm.
What a high-achieving kids and family this is. Matt's a doctor. His brother's a doctor. Matt's partner's a doctor. His brother's partner's a doctor. They're all doctors. Everyone.
Yeah.
So
Both my parents have PhDs.
And both the parents have PhDs.
Yeah, so my granddad was a GP. My gran was a nurse. My mum and auntie are a nurse. My cousin's a paramedic. So we come from a family of like quite a lot of doctors.
Nice.
And I'm here just like, they're always like, what's Phoebe doing? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, she's doing a podcast. That's nice.
I mean, I'm here too, neglecting my medical career. So, I mean,
do
that's
you get
so, you know,
scared? Do you get scared like going on planes and public transport in case someone says, "Is there a doctor?" and you're like, "Oh."
It happens more frequently than you'd imagine. Actually, so for
When
example,
they say that, I always ignore it. I'm like, just continue my dinner.
so happened once. Me and comedian Catherine Bohart,
Oh, yeah.
and we're on the way back from a gig.
Not
in
doctor,
Bristol.
though?
No,
So-
we're on the way home from
Easy for
a
the
gig in Bristol. Weirdly, also other comedian Sarah Barron happened to also be on the same train.
Okay.
And then a woman had a seizure, so I had to go and.
It's all the
So
celebrities.
you got off, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I nipped
that's
off. I was
fucking
like,
distracting.
oh no, I'm
Jesus.
working. I'm listening to my recording from my set.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah, trying to chill out, mate.
No.
Trying to network. Fucking hell. What
Oh my
did you do then?
goodness,
What did you do if someone's
yeah.
having a seizure?
Well, then so she came round without needing any
You go,
medication in the
oi,
end.
oi, stop it.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
you're
Do you know
freaking
where you
everyone
are?
out.
Yeah, you're bringing the vibe down.
Real party.
Can you keep
pooper.
it down?
Yeah, someone play some Radiohead. Chill out, okay? What did you do?
Just made sure she didn't,
Yeah.
continue having the seizure. Because like she was.
So there's not
finishing,
like a thing
sometime-
where you're like,
Well, if they
okay,
have,
if I put my finger under her neck and then I,
no,
move
like
this, then
if
she'll
so,
relax.
some
What
people
do you
if
think being a doctor is like?
I
I
think
think-
it's
have
like
you
becoming a witch doctor.
Yeah.
You move your hands over
Have you
their
watched
body.
Doctor Strange?
I have. Seen
Yeah, I
Doctor
think
Strange.
it's
That's
like
where I
that.
get most of
I
my
think
skills.
it's like that.
Yeah.
You sort of stand there going with your hands like the finger in the air and that.
No, so like some people, if they've got epilepsy and they know they've got epilepsy, will have diazepam or something similar with them to stop the seizure. Whereas she didn't, but luckily the seizure stops itself. So then I ended up having to wheel her to the hospital because they were like the
You have
ambulance.
to wheel it to
So
hospital.
we got to Paddington,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they were like, "How long is the ambulance going to take?" And they were like, "It's going to be about 3 hours."
What?
Three
Why?
hours?
It was long, basically. Whatever the
Yeah.
time they took us. So then we're like,
Yeah.
"Should we just take her in a wheelchair because it's next to St Mary's?"
Oh, is it? Oh, shit. Oh, good on
So
you,
just
man.
like,
Look
there
at
you go.
this. Helpful citizen.
Yeah, great.
Dr.
Yeah.
Matt Hutchinson. Well done. Right. Well, okay. We're going to move on to our regular sections. But I think also, Phoebe, it might be worth returning to a news section that we haven't done.
The fuckboy one, or
The fuckboy one we're not doing.
Hypothetical
We're not
one.
doing this week because I forgot to post about it. So, but you
is
know,
it the hyper fail?
no, the I just said it. The news section. The news.
Oh,
Turn
the
it to the
news. Sorry, I keep
news,
thinking
yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
news.
News
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Right,
yeah. The
what's
news.
happening
the
on
news section.
what's happening on the news?
Well, I got a message from you. This is like I'm sort of talking to you from like the future or that something that hasn't happened.
okay, I do
saying
know what you're talking
We
about.
should
Should
talk
people-
about these things. So I
Yeah.
said, right, I'll bring them up, and then you're like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Well, I haven't actually looked into it, but apparently they're axing the CBBC, and I think that's a massive deal.
Are they?
It's going
Like-
only online, apparently. So that's the thing.
But I guess
So they're
If it's
getting rid
just
of the
going-
channel.
they can't decide what needs to be online only because BBC Three was online only, and then they brought it back pointlessly.
And then
to
brought back
rest
and
of
no
the-
one's watching it.
But
and,
like, I guess kids probably just watch stuff on demand. Like, because people always talk about when I told my kids we could just watch stuff as it came through and not have no on demand stuff. They're like, what? So it makes sense, I think. I mean,
are you going to give your little Naya a tablet and phone immediately?
I mean, obviously at this stage, I'm like, no, it's going to be all natural.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah,
be
yeah,
very
yeah.
engaging. We're going to be going outside doing nature walks. And then when she's actually of that age, it's going to be like, please be quiet. I'll give you an iPad. I'll give you
just show up.
just
watch
yeah,
Coco
exactly.
Melon. Then they all watch the kids. That's what I've heard. Is that just in America?
Melons?
Coco Melon.
Oh,
It's a big show, or maybe it's just in America, but that's what I see on the TikToks.
That
I
does,
got a lot of
that
3-year-old
does ring a bell.
TikToks.
Isn't there like sort of Netflix? Like there's some like kids.
You're gonna have to
parent
know.
thing. Exactly.
You're
I
gonna
find-
have to go.
I,
mate.
to be honest, I think it'll passively flow because the kids know what they want to watch. It's-
Yeah. There was some good TV shows growing up on CBBC. I remember My Parents Are Aliens. That was good.
oh my God, I love it so much. I've been talking about it this week actually. Who was your favourite Sophie? Red hair or blonde hair?
I don't know what you're talking about, but
No, well, then you clearly weren't a proper fan.
My Parents Are Aliens. What,
Yeah.
they changed the kid, did they?
No, they changed the Sophie,
Who's the
the mum.
The mum.
The alien
Oh
mum.
yeah, the mum. Sorry, I
Which
thought you
one
were
was
going to say
first?
mum. I thought Sophie was a kid. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, no, I like the later one.
Did they go from red hair to?
No, it was blonde first, I believe. And
I like the redhead one.
And
yeah.
I always thought that, and I was like, I didn't really like the blonde haired one because she had a soft voice, and I don't like annoying voices. But actually,
Why'd you do this podcast?
I know. But you go back, and I've got a lot of respect for the blonde Sophie as well.
Was it a diversity push? That was like the 90s version of diversity. We'll have a different white
We'll have a
person, but just a
ginger.
redhead.
Redhead. Yeah. Maybe I think that's why I liked her. Probably the gingerness.
Yeah, I related.
I remember Mona the Vampire as well was
That was
good.
a cool. Do you remember the
Stupid.
Queen's nose?
Yeah, the Queen's nose.
The Queen's nose freaked me out, bruv. Didn't like
Yeah.
the Queen's nose. Freaked me out.
Didn't like it.
Nah, weird, bruv.
Do you remember Woof?
Woof.
Woof?
Yeah, do you remember
Watch My
Woof?
Chops?
Like, they had multiple different series, but each, like, one the kid turned into a dog.
Jesus.
Oh, I think I do know what you're talking
I
about.
didn't like those creepy ones. Goosebumps. Nah, not for me. The Queen's nose always freaked me out. Firstly, because
Did it grant wishes?
it
or,
looked
like-
weird. Yeah.
I
so you
loved
rub the Queen's nose.
50p's. They were like my favourite bit of money for ages growing up because I was like,
Kids walking around rubbing.
Yeah.
I bet-
If you didn't know the Queen's nose, it was the premise was it one kid or just it moved around this coin?
I think it
anyway?
was when it was,
This
was it-
magic
was
coin.
this- that girl called she called Melody because the
that
kids
could
were called
be-
Melody and Harmony. I think.
Have they?
You could rub the nose of the Queen on the 50p piece and it would grant you a wish. And then everyone always fucked up their wishes because they're stupid as. I remember one that freaked me out, which was like, I want someone's sister was like complaining they're so ugly, and they were like, I want her to be beautiful. And then it came up like, she will be beautiful in what you think is beautiful. And she thought her nan was beautiful. So this sister, this like 15-year-old kid, looked like a nan. I was like, this show is freaky as fuck, man. I don't want to. Sorry, I'm spitting all the place. I don't want to be watching this stuff, freaking out as a kid. Being a kid's freaking off as it is. Hands are growing and teeth are falling out. It's crazy.
Guess what Amanda's favourite TV show was growing
Queen's nose.
up? No, think
Oh.
naturally.
The horse. They had
Something about horses.
they
yeah.
had the. Was it a cartoon or was it the documentary one? They had the horse stables that they went to.
I think it was
with the
Horse
kids.
Stables. I think it's called Chatter Happy Pony. It was
Chatter
like,
Happy
I'd
Pony.
never heard of this before we started
Shit,
going
I
out.
don't know
It's like,
that.
it's the lamest thing I've ever
Do
seen.
you
in my
remember
life.
what were those Home Farm twins?
No, what's that?
Home Farm twins
Yeah,
were
it rings a
two
bell.
blonde girls who just bloody loved animals, and they would just like make a farm in their home.
Oh, also, do you remember Animals of Farthingwood, the most harrowing TV show?
Animals what?
Animals of Farthingwood.
No.
Like, it was this like TV show about
Animals of Farthingwood.
It's literally almost on a par with Watership Down in terms of just traumatizing children with the death of animals. It was like about
Oh my god.
a team of animals, like a
yes.
cohort of animals that had to try and leave where they were currently living in this like
Oh, it rings-
sanctuary
it's a
that was like
cartoon.
getting
Yeah,
developed
rings
or
a
something,
bell.
and they were trying to find this place
Yes.
called White Deer Park or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
But it's just
Oh my
basically
god,
about
so scary. Yeah.
them trying to like go on this long journey and just getting killed off every week.
And it was like and it was like this sort of analogy for life, like
Yeah,
you're pursuing this nirvana, this,
Yeah, it was-
this heaven, and they're like when we get to White Deer
Yeah,
Park,
it was-
there'll be bountiful strawberries and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff, and then suddenly a hawk fucking sends
Yeah,
a squirrel
it
or
was
something.
Mad. The worst bit as well was like there's like 'cause obviously when they get to this, like one of the sort of natural problems with a TV show when you get to the initial goal of the first series, how do you continue it?
Yeah.
But then I think there was one bit where like the main Fox character, his kids, he'd had like a disagreement with his son, so his kid had like pissed off somewhere, and then his kid made it back as like the sort of prodigal son, just turned up and just dropped dead on the doorstep. And it's like,
Jeez.
why? Who wrote this for children?
Jesus Christ.
It's just like,
Written by Jordan Peele.
No, exactly.
This thing. I mean, freaky.
and it's dark.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and all the foxes die. Yeah, that freaked me out. But I also not gonna lie, CBBC. I gotta say, man,
Yeah. So I
great
mean,
for growing up.
so I think it logically it does make sense to not have it, beamed to TVs, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do feel it's probably trying to sort of slash it by the back door at the same time. So on the one hand, makes sense. On the other hand, probably not great.
You know where BBC budgets are going though.
Ali Woods, he's the future of
I'm-
comedy.
I'm gonna be on BBC Radio 4 Extra tonight.
Oh yeah,
Are you actually?
Yeah.
doing
What
what?
are you
Just
talking
I called in.
defending Ricky Gervais' special.
Yeah, I called in to say
the round
Queen-
table about comedy.
The Queen is beautiful, and we should celebrate her for many more years. Every weekend should be a jubilee.
He's gone down. He's gone for the alt right comedian.
Well, this is what me and Tom say. That's the new selling out. It's the new. It used to be doing brand deals and stuff, but everyone does that now. It is for white straight male comedians. It's to just go all right and get that following.
That's why today I'm announcing.
That's why today, in this room, I'm not afraid in the freight container to say they should go home. No, I'm not saying that. I am on DMs Are Open. Do you know this new show they're doing?
Oh, is that the one Athena's hosting?
Yeah. So it's like Newsjack, but
Mhm.
social media age, supposedly.
So what are you doing on it?
I was just acting on it. They just asked me, and it was good fun. To be fair, was down there just in the recording studio yesterday, just doing studio time. You know how it goes.
Yeah, of course, you know, just
was
was that the one where people have snapped you like shouting at a runner, just throwing a coffee back in his face?
Yeah.
The real Ali Woods.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I don't even drink coffee, but I ask for it, and I go, I hate coffee, and throw it back at them. It's like, you should know this.
Yeah. Ali Woods swigs and then throws it back in your face.
Yeah. I'm like, you know how like P Diddy would never wear the same shoes twice. I'm like that.
You never wear the same crystal necklace twice.
No, I always wear this fucking necklace. It's what gives me super speed, and I
in bed. What?
Yeah. Actually, I have the opposite problem. But I
Impotence.
It's funny because it's true, but anyway.
Yeah. No, I just go
allegedly.
for a really long time, and anyway. I only
Just by yourself.
Doctor, please.
jacking off. 2 hours go by, and they're like, "Hey, you're supposed to pick up stuff from school." I'm like, "I don't even have kids. Who the fuck's calling me jacking off, and all that shit." That's what I do before this podcast. That's why I'm so relaxed when I get it, so I always have it in the afternoon. I wake up at 6.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I do is, it's not even worth the joke now. I only have one sip of any drink, then I throw it away.
I forgot you were talking about.
Yeah, it's like that sort of baller, but baller at a low level. So it's just like, you know.
I was like, "Can I have a horse, please? Cheers, mate." Throw it. And then like, "Do you want anything else? Tea?" They're like, "No, not the
want
tea."
any cold drinks?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just want water.
Yeah.
That's why I was recording.
Any room temperature liquids?
I was recording a miniature pool.
What is the best liquid to have at room temperature?
And we're moving on to our first section,
I
which
guess traditional like English ale. I guess like bitter or something.
Okay.
that's good fun. You know, a lot of people wouldn't say that.
You know,
A lot of
exactly.
people, nowadays, you have to say my favourite drink is a non-binary fucking, you know, like
Kombucha.
You drink it's not English, right?
Yeah.
If you go into a pub,
I don't even know non-English drinks. That's how.
But if you go into a pub and ask for a Carlin, fucking arrest you on the spot. They arrest you. They say you're transphobic. But what I've heard from when I went whiskey tasting was that if you make a drink colder, you're dulling its taste. That's basically it.
Yeah,
so
you reduce the volatile compounds.
Yeah,
are
we go.
Hampered from evaporating.
Here we go.
Towards the, the sweet spot in the middle of the glass where where you get the bouquet in it. This is just a preview for comedians wine tasting, LA.
Monsieur, but it's true. But that's why the supposed best drinks are the room temperature drinks. So anything you would drink at
whiskey,
room temperature whiskey, a wine, something like that, an ale. They are supposedly the best tasting drinks. That's why all the connoisseurs like them. But yeah,
vaguely.
Do you want to talk about your wine tasting?
I can do. You know, and Ali Woods, future guest at the craze that's going to sweep Edinburgh comedians wine tasting.
Yeah, getting sloshed.
Exactly.
We had that with Vivian, who's now had her own baby.
Yeah,
she was pregnant when she was doing that. Poor, she really wanted that wine. Fair play. Hope the baby's okay. So, what do you think is your favourite room temperature drink, Phoebe?
I've just said I think a whiskey.
Oh, you agree with whiskey? You're a whiskey fan?
No.
Okay.
I hate all room temperature drinks.
No, but I think most other drinks at room temperature would be horrendous.
Do you drink red wine?
Yeah, but I think at room temperature,
It's
no.
supposed to be just below room temperature, isn't it? Like about about 18 or 17 or 18. Isn't it 14 to 18
Right, talk me
degrees
through this wine tasting then. What's this?
It's quite convoluted. So it's a live panel show.
Right, how many on the panel?
How many on the panel? So hosted by me.
Fucking loads, mate.
Sommelier is the other person, and then there are 2 teams of 2.
Okay.
Then it is sort of standard panel show format, so 3 rounds. Each round is a wine-themed game.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition,
what do you mean?
You have
by
to stomp on grapes.
I mean, without infringing on what type of.
Am I giving too much away here?
No. It's more just I'm trying to sort of without sort of saying the name of any other panel shows. We're going like it's like ... but for wine.
No, but I think so would you be playing like Hoopla, but you've got a wine bottle?
No. It's far more like one. So I'll give you an example. One round, the comedians have to read out a real wine review that's sort of ridiculous.
Oh, I see.
And then they have to come up with a fake one of their own, and the other team have to guess which is the real one.
Very good.
Exactly.
That's a really fun game. Actually, going to a restaurant and like reading the wine.
Yeah. And then at the end of each round, they have a wine that they taste as well to get bonus points. And if they guess the flavours correctly, they get extra points. And then Vivian does like a little 2 or 3 minute spiel on the wine to educate the audience. So it's
Is that
educational as
familiar?
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Vivian Kay, who's the comedian as well.
Okay.
I have no idea about any of the flavors when I did it. I didn't have.
Well, no, but I mean that's better almost, isn't it? It's funnier.
Yeah. But I'm really bad for that because the thing is, I just don't care as well. Like I'm not good at it.
If it
Therefore,
tastes,
I don't
if
care.
it tastes like vanilla, say oak. That's always a good.
That sounded
That's a
like
good trick.
a password or something like that. You have
Yeah.
to say at the door. If it tastes like vanilla, say oak. Okay, come in.
Yeah.
Why did you start doing that, by the way? I never actually asked that. Where did that come from?
I mean,
How more bougie can I get? as a
exactly. I was trying to work on
Yeah,
this brand.
yeah.
Exactly. I mean, now that the doctor angle is really oversaturated.
Everyone's a doctor. Everyone's got a horse. Now I need.
Yeah, the horse, I mean, being the first horse comedian, I mean, if I cared enough about horse riding and wasn't so bad at horse riding that I'd fall off constantly, it would be a possible angle. But
Yeah, you could do a special on horseback. The horseback special.
Yes.
Horseback Hutchinson.
Horseback special.
Horseback
I
Hutchinson.
mean, there's something to aim to, something
Yeah,
to
yeah,
aspire
yeah.
to in the future. No, I mean, I guess it's a standard thing as as you get older and your friends try and get progressively more fancy. You have to pretend to know a bit about wine, and so I thought, wouldn't it be nice to know a bit more about wine? How can I try and monetize this?
Yeah.
at
Always
the
got to be
same time.
thinking that. Always got to be thinking that. Fair enough. You a wine fan, Phoebe?
Yes.
Fan of whining?
But yeah, exactly. But I've gone off it for a bit recently. I just get 2 bad hangovers. I think.
No, Phoebe.
Oh,
Aging
no.
process.
I know. I'm not aging gracefully. My knees hurt. I'm 26. Just turned 26 recently.
Do you
and my
do-
knees
That's from all the
do
plumbing.
you
That's
go
from
running?
holding up the ceiling. That's why that is.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
there just like power in the legs. Everyone, they take it in turns. A flatmate of Phoebe's is always holding up the ceiling. So
Your
like,
turn, Phoebe.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out today. You have to do it. I did it yesterday. You have to do it today. Oh, I can't do it 3 days in a row. My knees. My damn knees. Right.
Tell the weather's changing. Phoebe's knees are playing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It gets warm. I can't stand the warmth. It's bad for my knees.
I'm really scared I'm going to be that woman.
I'm just going to retire to sort of Margate, sort of for your health. Just
That
like,
might be nice.
Yeah, I actually do
Wouldn't
know
mind
people in
Margate.
Margate. I used to
well,
live
it's
down there,
super
so-
trendy now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is actually.
Right, we'll move on to our first of the 2 regular sections we will do today, which is, of course, Agony Uncle. Perfect. So
You didn't even say the not in a weird way.
But
bit
not in a
now.
weird
We've
way. No,
scrapped
because it's
that.
weird now.
We've scrapped that because you said it. Because you said, why'd you say that? And we were sort of like, I don't know, because uncles are weird. Uncles are the weirdest relation, I think.
Yeah.
Potentially, there's a lot of.
There's no weirder relation than your uncle. It's just, you can't trust men.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Men are evil. So we have thank you very much for sending yours in. Sort of quite a smorgasbord to pick from. So we'll see. I'll choose what I think.
I'm
And
excited.
we might change maybe some of these.
You mean just lie and
Slightly.
make them? I might change.
Might-
I might just
I might.
a glimpse behind.
We'll just expand.
I didn't like what I got, so I made my own content.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really. We don't have any listeners, guys. It's time to be honest with you. Time to level.
This is just a picture. It's just a picture of me. That's just. I just look at a picture of me that's smiling at me, going, "You've got this," and
Yeah,
then
it
I
just
just
says-
pretend.
It just says they'll never know.
Yeah,
In big letters.
exactly, yeah. So how about this? So someone said, showed up to work, but client isn't coming, so I'm stranded for an hour. Oh, what to do? So maybe let's expand this more. So say you're out somewhere, someone's late. How do you pass the time? Well, you've not got anything you would have outside of your normal, so like phone, wallet, keys, stuff like that. So
I feel like
Headphones.
that's a very unbusy. But surely it's just get all your admin done. Like, do you not?
Well,
You've been given a free hour
mate,
in the middle of the day.
Yeah, well, let's say maybe she's a estate agent or something, and she's gone to a house to let someone in or something like that. And then
Have a wank.
well, you've only got an hour, so that's.
Yeah, exactly. We've already established Ali needs a full.
I need a week of no meeting.
Clear my diary.
Yeah,
I've got the
literally.
horn.
I've got the horn, and I sound the horn,
Yeah.
and that goes.
You got your bugle, haven't you? That you just.
That's a personal. That's
Yeah.
a personal thing. Over my drawer, that's the bugle. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Where a jizz. So then, what would you guys do, Matt? What do you do then? You're at work or wherever, and you have to hang around here for an hour. What's your go-to thing that you do on your phone?
Listen to Adif.
Oh
My guy.
mate, what?
He saw the message I sent him just
Yeah,
before I
just
started
come
this
on.
segment.
Talk the
Yeah.
podcast.
But would you whack on a podcast?
I might listen to either that catch up on some work, Like, I've
No,
always
but
got quite a lot-
let's say you've not. So you work on your phone. Would
Yeah,
you?
like,
Okay,
so,
you
you know,
work on your
doing a
phone.
PhD, I've got a lot of papers to read.
So you just be reading papers. Oh, okay. How do you not find? I find like doing work on the phone sometimes.
Yeah, but it's just reading, so like it's just
Yeah.
reading. Like, so you have to read a lot of papers if you're doing research.
Mm.
So
Oh yes,
catch
of
up on that.
course, yes, I know.
that is my current day job.
Do you know what? I did English literature at uni, which is already a pretty easy course. And then I thought, this isn't easy enough. I'm going to do my dissertation on
I always
films.
forget you did English literature. I've never heard you ever mention anything even remotely literary.
I got to English literature. I went to York, lovely uni, had a great
yeah,
time.
you went to like a proper.
Yeah,
and
but
not that all universities aren't proper, but
no,
you know.
at the time, I think it was like 15th in the university standings for the country, and like English literature was like 8th.
yeah,
for
like
It was, and I got there.
I
And
don't think I've ever heard you mention a book.
Nah, and it's not, well, they're just boring, aren't they? And then I got there. Yeah, they're fucking, you got whole pages and shit. I got there and I just met people and went to a few seminars. I was like, why are all these people so into books?
Yeah, exactly. Just like,
And then I sort of went, oh yeah, we are doing an English literature.
just like these fucking losers here.
They're so keen. They were like, this poem was gorgeous. I was like, it's just a fucking poem.
Have you read
mate."
Beowulf?
Yeah, literally, yeah. They were like, I just fell in love with this author. I'm like, fucking, he's a fucking author, man. Chill.
Did you have to do like the old Icelandic stuff, like a bit here and there? Because I
Yeah.
like lived with some English students, and you're just like, why do you have to read this?
Yeah. I quite enjoyed that bit. To be fair, we had to.
Yeah,
start-
because it sort of aligns with quite a lot of the
Yeah.
pure white heritage.
Yeah,
that you're
well,
sort of,
you know,
they're
that was-
getting those rune tattoos on your arm.
that was when you didn't need one of each in a book for it to sell. You know what I mean?
Old English.
Old
Exactly.
English, when England was England. You know, before all
When
this-
England was Scandinavia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah.
That's when we were proper. We were a proper country back then. But yeah, no, I quite enjoy that because I just stuck on Guy Ritchie's King Arthur. I thought, right, yes, that'll be done. But that's generally what I did by the end. I wrote my dissertation on films because you were allowed to, because they had like a couple modules on films. I really like the film modules. They were
Yeah,
great.
funny that.
But I was from quite an academic school, and the four
Squandered it all.
but the four subjects I did was English, history, maths, and economics for A level, right?
That is quite
And-
hardcore.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then I got 3 A stars in A. I smashed it, whatever.
For
I don't-
A-levels?
I don't like. Yeah, we had A
So
stars.
you had
A-
A's-
Nah, for my point.
Yeah, that's showing the demarcation between our ages.
Yeah, man. But by the time Phoebe
No,
graduated,
I had A stars.
oh yeah, I was gonna say you just had sort of badges and stickers and
No,
stuff.
but they've got numbers now,
Yeah,
haven't
but
they?
is that GCSEs? I know, is that for A levels as well?
I don't even think they call them A levels anymore.
I don't know what.
Yeah, they
call
do.
them.
Do they?
They
think
just
so.
Okay.
at the end of the thing they go, how many?
It
followers
is
you
A
got?
stars still for A levels, I think.
Okay.
They ask how many followers you got. and-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and
You go,
that's-
can you TikTok your impression of Sir Gawain in the Green Knight?
Yeah, exactly. That probably there's probably some cool teacher with their turning their chair around, going, "Hey guys, yeah, I know you might think King Arthur's not relatable. Yeah, do a TikTok on it. Okay, I want to see you. I want to see your impression. Yeah, we all have a sword in our stone.
Yeah.
I want to see yours.
You know, King Arthur was very much kind of a bit like me, you know, round table of equals, yeah?
Table
we're
of
all,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
no one's at the
yeah.
head of this table because, you know, we're all in this together.
How about this, Queen Arthur? Yeah, yeah. Provocative. Is it? I don't know. Okay, so that was what I was doing at uni anyway. I don't know who King Arthur is,
The
but
problem is, you inhabit that character. You inhabit both your alt-right character and that sort of dweeb character equally well. You're a chameleon.
I'm at two wars.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm no, not two wars. I'm two houses at war with themselves, or one house.
Such
at
a
war.
Gemini.
Yeah, exactly. Such a
You are a Gemini, aren't you?
no.
No.
I thought you'd be able to tell.
I don't.
Are you not into astrology? You're into horoscopes.
When's your birthday?
Well, this just gets more and more insulting, doesn't it? This conversation.
It's like,
You were invited. Do you remember?
yeah, I couldn't make it though.
When was it?
September, October,
November.
November.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Yeah,
Mm.
checks out.
Hate it when anyone who's into astrology. I don't mind if you're into
Yeah.
astrology. I don't go for it. But I always just go, well, what am I then? We know each other, and they go Gemini, Leo.
Yeah, one of the
They
other.
go Scorpio, and they're like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, you named all of them. You have no fucking. clue.
I actually don't know enough about Scorpios, but I know that no one likes them.
No, I actually heard. This is what I get told from when I date people who are into it. They tell me Scorpio is very aloof, not doesn't express themselves, and lonely.
It's not just you,
Yeah, that is you.
So yeah. Oh,
but by decision, really.
well, this is yeah. But
Well,
that's
no,
the
it's
point.
not decision. It's because he's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
He can't help it.
Yeah.
This is-
Well,
this is
apparently
the-
though I'm a Gemini, Libra, Leo, whatever, all the other stuff as well. Cancer. So, yeah. So you'd read. Okay, good. We got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, do some work. Catch up on admin, constant admin.
Catch up on
That is
admin.
life.
Phoebe, what would you do in that situation? You got an hour. You just got your phone, your wallet, your headphones. What would you do?
First of all, I don't feel like this is a life drama. I feel like this is a mild inconvenience.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Because just, busy yourself for an hour. Everyone knows how to busy themselves for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this person really lacks imagination.
Well, but what would you do? What would you do then in that situation for an hour?
Well, yeah, like call someone, do some admin. Like,
That'd be your first one.
anything.
Call someone. Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, it depends.
Have an early lunch.
They've said they're waiting for their client.
Yeah, so I assume the client will be turning up, but the client's,
Maybe they're in a, like, depends what they're doing. Like, if you were a PT, why don't you do a session for yourself? If you were, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on. It's 60 minutes.
You've had an hour to, also, they've had an hour to write this shit question.
Yeah.
Well, that's what one of the things they're doing, isn't it? Engaging with social media.
To be fair, it is annoying though, because when I have that with massage clients and they don't turn up, but you don't know necessarily whether they are or not, so you don't know whether you can to put all the stuff away and just carry on. You kind of got to wait for like 15 minutes, and then I'm like, right, cool.
You can't nap on the table.
Yeah, gives herself a massage. Yeah. I booked him for a massage tomorrow. Phoebe.
With
Finally
Phoebe?
did it. No.
That'll be. I was just like, this is highly inappropriate.
Yeah. No, well, I would let Phoebe massage me if she allowed me, but she says strictly no.
It's like Ali, you've booked 6 hours of
you booked something. You've written in the box. Can we just talk? I mean, what does that even mean? Yeah, I'm gonna go for a deep tissue. So we'll see how that goes.
Have you had a massage before?
Yeah, so I had one in September for my sister's 30th. We went to some spa as a family.
That sounded weird initially.
Yeah,
just me and my sister went and got massage.
Yeah, as a so we're spa and her boyfriend, and so that was the 5 of us. And we got free treatment as with the booking, and I went for a deep tissue. And then she was like, "You've got a lot of tension," and I was like, "Thank you." Got a lot on. And then she was like, "That's not a compliment." I went, "Okay." And then she basically said, "You should try and do this twice a year."
It's upselling.
So yeah,
twice a year. If you've got that much tension, I believe you should be doing it at least once a month.
Well, so there she's not.
No, these are the master. Yeah.
Because I think I gave her the thing of like, I don't really want. I'm not a massage guy. I don't. Well, she was just like, well, just try and do it twice. I think a year would be good.
So I don't like people touching me either externally or emotionally.
I was like, I'm a fucking Scorpio, mate.
Yeah.
I'll do what I want.
She'd have been like, say no more. Say no more.
Yeah. Then she would have just sort of beamed me with her aura. But no. So I'll tell you how that goes. That massage, Phoebe. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
How long is the massage?
Half an hour.
Half an hour?
Quite short.
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't want to pay for the hour.
Right, this is what it's such a stingy man when it comes to self-care.
Well, I've got vodka revs and stuff to spend my money in. I've got Jaeger bombs and things. That's where the money goes. That's self-care. That's loving yourself, isn't it? Drinking alone and vodka revs.
There's that new advert, isn't there? It's just do what you can to get through. Yours is just Jaeger bomb.
What's that advert?
What's that advert?
I can't. I think it's Calm, and their new one is like, do what you can do to get through it because
they've really lowered their standards. Just try and cope.
You're fucked. Will be their next one. But that shows the algorithms because Phoebe, you get those adverts. I don't get those adverts because they're like
they're
Phoebe,
on Love. They're on Love Island.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Which does make a lot of
yeah,
sense.
I feel like there's slight lack of insight for sort of Love Island being crammed next to Calm. It's like
well, we could do another one. I'm almost tempted to move on. I think
feel we don't have that long left.
Yeah, so I think thank you, Phoebe, she's enjoying herself. But I think we might move on though. So thank you very much. For me, if I've got an hour, go on my phone. I often blank everyone, so I just start replying to messages. Then when I've done that, I put my headphones in and listen back to an old gig. See how that goes.
The psychotic behaviour of Ali Woods
behaviour. Right, so we move on to this week's.
Well, psychopathic, man. Sociopath.
This week's FailMail, thank you, Dr. Matt, which is around medicine because we thought we've got a real fully fledged doctor
honest to God.
I mean, we could have picked any sort of comedy doctor.
Yeah, you could have picked more successful ones. Like you could have gone Kwame. You could have gone like Lakadiri. But
you guys should have opened like a clown ward or something like that. Some sort of like
Benji would have been good.
Yeah. I did
a podcast with him the other day. Actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, none of them replied. So here we are. Yeah. So well done you. But they. Well, you should do some sort of comedy medicine ward of a thing, and then
and then obviously
when everyone dies there,
and be a race to see who can put the original headline. Laughter's
the best medicine.
I mean,
writes itself. So this week on FailMail, we asked you: have you got any funny medical stories? Any bad doctors? Any silly injuries? What you got? So we'll go through the people who message on the official ADIF Pod Instagram. You can follow us at ADIF Pod. So this is from friend of the show, Yard Work Queen herself, Charlou. Funny medical story. I once went in for an ultrasound and the intern spent 30 minutes and couldn't get a good image even after rubbing the wand on all over my pregnant belly. The ultrasound technician came in to troubleshoot, took one look and said, "That's an anal ultrasound wand."
Oh.
That's the thing. They stick it up your ass.
I mean, so
They go, "This baby, we need to."
So there are indications where you might need to ultrasound parts of the digestive tract. I don't think there's a specific probe that is just an anal ultrasound probe.
Well, apparently there is.
Apparently there is. I've not been learning my.
Maybe their personal one.
Yeah, you got to a very specialised hospital.
On my first doctor's visit in the UK, the doctor asked my number to make sure I was okay. I thought this is how doctors operate in the UK, so I gave him my number. Later on, he messaged me if I'm free for a drink.
What? That's like
was Dr. Hutchinson.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've changed my ways.
From an Amanda.
Yeah, exactly, and it all worked out, and we're now married. So
exactly, yeah. So actually, sometimes you just got to go for it.
Yeah. Gotta shoot your shot.
No, yeah. To clarify, that is obviously clearly unacceptable.
Don't do that.
Is that illegal?
It's. There are like codes of practice that you're supposed to adhere to. That even
written by the loony left.
Exactly. You can't do bloody anything these days.
Can't even tell a woman they're beautiful while you're anal probing with the ultrasound wand.
Exactly. So there are certain professional standards you have to adhere to that even if what you're doing isn't technically illegal, you could be struck off for, and that would definitely be that type of behaviour. For example, would
but even like just texting them, I swear you can't really text someone now that's not related to your.
So it's contacting patients for social reasons after you've done a consultation with them is certainly a professional standards issue that could have you sanctioned / struck off.
Matt does it, invites him to his gigs. He goes,
God,
I'll tell you what will make you feel better. Come down to the funny shack. I'm doing a work in progress.
Give you a comp, exactly, just sprinkled around the hospital.
Do you leave leaflets like on your desk at work?
No.
He flies them as he's checking them out. It's like, what's this in my butt crack? Oh, it's Matt Hutchinson.
Yeah, exactly. It just says, and I'll give you the answer to your problem if you come to my gig.
Yeah.
The diagnosis.
Right, so on the X-ray.
Yeah.
Goes, oh, what's this I've just found here? 7:45 p.m. in Camden. Matt Hutchinson, work in progress. Oh my God. Well, the hot ones were the hot ones.
Exactly.
Also, you do need a triple bypass. But
exactly. Better make sure you come to the first of the two because the second one, you're not sure how long you've got left. Exactly. Come to the sooner one. Exactly.
Now is my point. And
have you ever had patients come to your gigs?
I have encountered. Actually, no. I've been recognised once in the hospital from someone who saw me at a gig, and so they looked at me and go, "Oh, what?" And then
weird, you wouldn't think you'd recognize.
And I think I've had a patient's relative at a gig, but never a patient.
Heckling.
Yeah, exactly. You're a monster.
Yeah. Why didn't you say that?
You're a monster. Yeah, I'm killing.
Son.
No, you were literally killing.
Yeah. I came to watch you die like I saw my son.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that was. So
the things that could get me struck off easily this podcast.
Yeah,
I'd imagine by the end of this, going to be really harsh edits throughout this.
Matt, you're the only listener and you're on it, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Recently had an abscess removed. Doctors told me there would be a cavity from the infection. Blah blah blah. When the nurse went to change my dressing the next day, I could see the cavity and said, "That's a hole. That's a real hole, an actual hole. This isn't a cavity. This is a decent sized hole." I thought it was going to be a little bit of the top of the skin, but ended up being 3 centimeters deep and 2 times 5 centimeters opening. Oh, grim.
Yeah. Where was just in their body?
I guess so.
And this is why surgery is gross.
Yeah, man, Jesus. Someone just said the Brazilian singer Poca, Poca, went to hospital because of farts, and quite like that as a sentence.
I feel like I saw this story.
Brazilian singer Poca went to hospital because of farts. It doesn't also sound like they were his farts. He went to find out.
Was it a man? Because I feel like there was some.
Or she went to find out more.
I just feel like I vaguely. What is there any more to that story?
That's literally it.
Oh wow!
Brazilian singer Poca went to hospital because of farts. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Phoebe's doing research here. Had a weak bladder as a kid. Doctor said it was because of blackcurrant juice. Is that true?
I've never heard of this before.
Right, okay, hang on. I do remember this story and I have got it here. So Poca was hospitalised because she refused to fart in front of her boyfriend.
Yes, I knew I remembered this story. Yeah, I remember seeing
get over it, man.
Also, how much time was she spending with her boyfriend?
No, but to be fair, I've got myself into situations where I'm genuinely in pain. Where I'm like, I don't poo, I don't fart, I don't do any of these things.
You just got to get over it, man.
Just play something like just pretend you listen to a podcast in there or something. Just play that.
Yeah, but like, what would you be
interview
doing in there for like?
Oh, so you don't. So even just like, you don't have that tacit thing of like, right, clearly you've gone in there for a shit, but as long as you play something over the top.
No, I don't poo.
Okay, fair enough.
Jesus
fart.
Christ. Have you seen that? Have you seen Ali Wong's new special?
No.
Talks about not pooing. It's good. Anyway.
Wait, what was that other one? I missed it. Sorry.
Oh, had a weak bladder as a kid. Doctor said it was because of blackcurrant juice. So watch out. Went to a new gynecologist. He asked if I was nervous and then said, "Don't worry, we'll both be smiling when this is over."
What?
Oh God.
Never went back after that. Fair enough. I think good decision. Tore ligament in knee attempting ambitious dance to Mr. Blue Sky at a party.
Isn't that the ELO song?
Yeah, I was
is there a dance that can even get? It's quite stop and start that song, isn't it?
I think they need to send the dance in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Like I felt the TikTok.
Video. My mate at uni taught like her ACL or something, Gangnam Style.
It's such a like dated. Imagine like dating your injury by like
Yeah.
what was popular at the time,
Yeah.
like, and of course,
Gangnam Style.
I got this. I got this in my blue dabba dee dabba die shoulder rotator cuff injury.
I had a tick bite on my butt cheek.
Get Lyme disease
I had a
from
tick
that.
bite on my butt cheek and had to go to the hospital to get it removed. Mortifying, really. Lyme disease.
Yeah,
Fuck,
we get
don't
from
mess about.
ticks.
Watch out, Phoebes.
Okay.
As a
You exposed, just constantly walking through long grass, or
Apparently so.
interacting with deer.
I was thinking more the answer. Fucking
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, to be fair, ticks could be the next thing. Like there'd be long grass growing on the sort of ground floor of your flat.
Great.
Could you train the ants and mice to hold the ceiling up? Anyway, okay, we've not got time. As a midwife, I nearly gave someone the wrong baby to breastfeed. She never noticed. Fuck.
They all do look quite similar.
Yeah, innit? Yeah.
Great.
Broke my neck falling down a hill and I wasn't even drunk.
Oh,
Jesus,
wow.
that's a message from beyond the grave.
Someone's messaged me saying they had a colonoscopy. Told the doctors mid-procedure, it must be awful being surrounded by arseholes all day. They looked at me with the straightest face I've ever seen and just offered me gas and air.
I think that's a good joke. Like to be that,
Yeah.
to be coming up with that kind of material with mid
That's
mid probing.
I'd be proud of that.
Respect for
To be fair, maybe everyone comes up with that joke though.
Yeah.
And maybe that was like the fourth
Yeah,
time
they've
they
got like a
heard
sort
it that
of
day.
chalkboard with tallies on the wall, just saying yes.
When I got my arm fixed, I was under anaesthesia, and at one point the doctors looked like elves, which is I'd pay for that experience. To be fair, I was in so much pain they had to give me morphine, but since the doctors didn't know what was wrong, they told me I was just constipated. I was not. I had to get surgery the day after. Someone just slagging off the doctors there.
Fair enough.
Had to remove appendix on election day and argued with the doctor who performed the surgery.
About the outcome of the election.
Imagine about the election. Just imagine going under and them going, you're wrong, and then just something like,
I don't believe in cuts.
Yeah, hey, comedy doctor.
That's why they pay me the
The
small
medium,
bucks.
yeah.
A couple of bucks.
Exactly, some money.
Broke my ankle playing Pictionary.
That's that person that gets way too into board games and ruins a family holiday.
Well, I didn't finish reading. Brackets, I was winning.
Yeah, because I'm sure how are you playing board games? Are you? You fun company.
But also, Pictionary is the one where you just draw, don't you? I mean,
they
you don't
might
have to
have
act
been
stuff
running
out.
up. They might have been running. They
Right.
might have been against the clock and another team.
Are you fun to play Articulate with? Or are
Yes.
Because I've ruined a couple of Christmases playing Articulate.
Really, I think the thing. So you know what? I'm normally a very competitive
Yeah.
person, but board games and that I just find so boring. Like the rules and the
Yeah.
process of it.
Articulate's
I just-
quick.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I just can't be asked. I just sort of think, why are we doing this?
Yeah, that is true.
Have you ever played Ticket to Ride,
No, I've seen it. It looks
the board game?
quite boring.
You just build trains. for
It
the
looks
whole-
crap.
It was awful.
I mean,
I mean, I don't want to slag off Ticket to Ride. We'll probably sponsor them. Get sponsored by them next week. But it was just hours of just trying to build. I was like, I don't want to build
Bringing out the
trains.
Elizabeth line edition.
Yeah, but they probably will be, and it's pretty popular. Just a couple more to go. Just got out of the hospital last week for transient global amnesia.
Right.
Apparently, 0.003% odds. Well done to you. What's that then?
It is exactly what it says. Like people come in with inexplicable, just complete forgetfulness of either all of their memories or
Whoa.
parts or bits. So I think it can have a range of severities.
Jesus.
So the 0.03% odds is them coming back out.
I don't understand it. I think it's quite
Of having it.
I think it's quite a rare disease.
Because they've done a laughing emoji, so I'm going to be like, ha ha, I almost died.
I don't think they're using the word odds correctly in
Yeah.
that sentence.
Oh,
I would
okay.
say. But
Well, yeah, maybe 0.003% odds of that happening to you. Doctor with an iron stick around my aura to check vitamin levels.
Is that a witch doctor?
I think so. I once accidentally grabbed a phlebotomist's testicles during a blood test.
That is a presumably occupational habit.
What's a
Sorry,
phlebotomist?
occupational hazard even. So a phlebotomist is someone whose job it is exclusively essentially to take blood and sometimes put drips in your arm.
Oh, and what? So why did the person grab the testicles?
Because they just stabbed them with a needle and they went,
Oh.
Where
Yeah,
were the
sure.
balls in this? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, weird. He had his trousers
well,
off.
they might have been wearing, you could be wearing scrubs. It's a bit like wearing pajamas, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
but I'm
like-
just thinking like the height.
So like patients lying in bed, you lean over
Right,
someone to take their
okay.
blood. I mean, and depending on how physically aware you are, you could easily accidentally.
Could happen. I've used that excuse many times.
Exactly. That's what you tell the GMC.
Burnt my vag waxing it. This is not me, by the way. I had to go to A&E. Half of it gone, half of it still there.
Oh no.
I presume they mean the hair, not.
I thought the vagina. I actually thought the vagina straight. I was like, fuck it.
That's
Good luck to
powerful
you.
wax.
Yeah. And then finally, I'm a physio, and one of my parents taught her MCL wrestling in jelly.
I presume they mean patients, not parents.
My patients. Did I say parents?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
My parents, exactly.
Patients, yes.
And I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
Why were they in the jelly?
My nan keeps wrestling in jelly. And if you want to wrestle in jelly, jelly feet, get them. Thank you very much for bringing them in. Have you got any, just quickly, have you got any sort of, or you could say,
Just so, like, the standard would be that, so and so had, came in with stuff stuck up their arse.
up their arse?
Disappointingly, I have not got even a single one
You've
of
never
those.
had that?
No, I've got lots of my friends in A&E will have things where quite a standard one is people buying new cock rings that they are unfamiliar with and either putting too much through it or putting balls and shaft through at the same time and then getting stuck. And so this is the actual procedure. Like, this is the actual like standard operating procedure for this. It's not, we've got something in the hospital that does this. You do actually have to call the fire brigade.
The fire brigade?
Yeah, they have a special saw that like they will cut the cock ring off.
This is lies. You're trying to set me up here.
No,
when I put my cock ring on tonight, just to...
Exactly. It's like, this lies. They would never do that to a person who may or may not just a thatch of angry red hair.
The fire brigade will...
Apparently so. Took 3 of them there. Sort of doing it. So like one... Yeah, because they've got like, I think from what I remember you saying,
Two lads just watching, filming.
No, one of them holding the saw.
What?
Someone, I think they hold something underneath,
cock
so
up.
like as like a little shield, like possibly, or like against it. And apparently, I think there has to be another third person like putting water on it because it gets too hot and overheat.
Yes.
You're lying.
Yes,
You're lying.
I've
No.
heard this.
You're lying, Matt. There's no way.
You can phone my
if you
friend.
have a cock ring on, I've never used a cock ring. I must say. If that makes
That's
you
why you're having those, because you're already having that. You don't need to last any longer. Those 2 hour, 3 hours.
That's what they do.
I believe that is what the
And you
intention
got
is.
3 blokes, Michael, Dave, and Alan, just standing
I
around.
think one of them was a woman actually in the story that my friend
Fantastic,
told.
even better. Beatrice is there as well.
Beatrice, that's what
That's the name of our mouse.
One of them. And just all standing there. One's doing the saw, one's putting water on.
It's like an electric, like circular saw.
And you're just there being like, been busy tonight then.
Yeah. It's like it's one up from saved any cats from trees. Cut off any cock rings this evening.
Next time you see a fireman, I'm gonna ask the next time I meet a fireman. If you're a fireman, please, or woman, or her,
Or they.
Yeah.
or her, then
Did I say fireman? Oh yeah, I should.
Yeah.
A fire officer.
Exactly.
a fire.
What is this?
Them.
No.
A fire person. A flame person. It's not officer, is it? Fire brigade servant.
We are just demonstrating
Then-
our ignorance there. I mean, this is.
Then, So if you are a firewoman, fireman, I'm going to just say firewoman. If you're a firewoman.
Anyway, I think we're getting bogged down.
Firefighter.
Firefighter. That is the expression.
Firefighter.
If you send in if you've ever had to do that. Okay, that's it. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much, Matt Hutchinson. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Oh, it has been a
Long-standing
pleasure.
friend, not just of the show, but of my life.
Yeah, you came to my 30th birthday party. There's a picture of you on my Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the thing. I
Facebook.
was like, that's
Showing his age.
Exactly.
Showing his age,
I
mate.
just looked on the other day. First time I've looked at it in about 3 years.
Yeah.
My cover photo, you looming in the background.
Oh, sweet. That was a fun time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
no, we didn't know each other as well then, but we were doing the show together, so that was lovely. And you have a couple of shows coming up. So August, where can people get tickets?
The 4th and 26th of August. part of the Camden Fringe at 2 North Down at 7 o'clock. Tickets are cheap. It's a
Nice.
work in progress, but it will be good.
Get them at the 2 North Down website, do you? Yeah.
2 North Down or the Camden Fringe website.
Camden Fringe
You know,
website.
Google
There
is your
you
friend
go.
in this situation. And also on the 8th, if you're in Edinburgh as well, Monkey Barrel 10:25. Ali Woods is there.
I'll be
plus
there.
Tanya
Sloshed.
Moore, Olga Koch,
What a
and
crew.
Rajiv Karia.
Oh,
Plus,
what a lineup!
So what a lineup, exactly. Plus Sommelier, Vivian K as well.
Some crew. Fantastic. Oh, Vivian's up as well for it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
She's doing AAA.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fabulous. Phoebe,
Yes.
you got anything to say? If there are any exterminators, as always, if you're an exterminator who works in the Battersea area, please come down free of charge. Or if you've got a U-bend, maybe.
Yep. Or into deep cleaning. There we go. That was all.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Lovely to meet you, Matt.
Nice to meet you as well. Nice.
And of course, I've got loads of shows coming up. Please check out my Instagram or wherever you follow me. There's a link there that has all my upcoming previews before Edinburgh. I'd really love you to come so I can try out this stuff before I go up and do my debut first hour show
exciting
at
stuff.
the Fringe.
The eagerly anticipated.
Highly anticipated, yeah.
Is there a blurb for people's debut show that doesn't use the expression eagerly anticipated?
Not that I've seen. Not that I've seen. And I wrote it in 3 times.
No,
in
exactly.
mine. It's been anticipated by the biggest anticipators, let me tell you. So please do come down to the shows. But otherwise, thank you so much. You can subscribe to our Patreon for extra episodes, patreon.com/ADIFpod, and follow us on social media for all the bits in between. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Ali Woods. I've been joined by Dr. Matt Hutchinson
Thank you very much.
and producer Phoebe.
Oi, oi.
Take care. Bye-bye.